Hi guys, welcome to Luna's Kitchen. I am Luna and I am excited to be making a chocolate log cake today, also known as a bûche de Noël. Now this cake is traditionally made around the holidays, but who's to say you can't make it after, before, during, whenever you crave chocolate log cake, make a chocolate log cake. So I'm excited to be making this with you guys today and I cannot wait for us to get started. Now, I have to say, while this recipe is not overly complicated, making this cake takes a lot of prep work, so be sure to have all the ingredients listed on hand, already measured out in bowls. It will definitely make your life that much easier when making this cake. Guys, let's just jump right in. To get started, I am mixing my egg whites in my stand mixer along with my cream of tartar and a quarter cup of the sugar. In a separate bowl, I will be mixing my egg yolks along with the rest of the sugar, slowly mixing in the sugar until my egg yolks become a light yellow and thick and creamy consistency. After mixing my egg yolks, I will set aside, and I will also set aside my egg whites after they have reached a soft peak. And I will move to the rest of my ingredients. After ensuring that all of my dry ingredients are well incorporated together, I will go ahead and slowly add in my egg yolk mixture, and I will mix everything together. After doing so, now I'm adding the rest of my wet ingredients, including the melted butter, vanilla extract, and the espresso. And if you don't have espresso, feel free to use cold coffee or whatever you have on hand, 2 tablespoons of cold coffee or espresso. And the coffee is not going to make your cake taste like coffee. The coffee is actually going to intensify the taste of the chocolate, and it's going to bring out and complement the flavor even better. After doing that, so now I'm gonna go ahead and fold in my egg whites into my chocolate cake batter mixture. And you don't want to use a hand mixer or a stand mixer for this part. You just want to fold in the egg whites using a spatula. And you want to do that a little bit at a time and fold the 2 mixtures gently together until they're well mixed. Make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 Fahrenheit. And so now after your batter is ready, you can go ahead and prepare your jelly roll pan for the cake by either spraying it with nonstick spray or by buttering it. After removing the cake from the oven, I've allowed it to cool for about 5 to 7 minutes before handling it. And now I have a clean kitchen towel and I'm sifting some powdered sugar onto the towel. I'm going to turn my cake onto the towel, and the powdered sugar will help the cake not stick to the towel. After I've loosened the edges around the pan, I will go ahead and turn out the cake, and you can go ahead and beat the bottom. That helps the cake loosen. And you are going to roll the cake into shape. Prior to icing the middle, you will go ahead and roll the cake. That way the cake is going to remember its shape and it's not going to crack. After rolling my cake, I am going to set it aside and I'm going to move on to making my icing and filling for the cake. For the chocolate buttercream icing, I'm starting out with a stick or half a cup of room temp softened butter, and I'm slowly adding in my powdered sugar, bits at a time. And when I add my milk, I'm also going to do it a little bit at a time, because if you add too much milk to the icing, it might make it more runny than you want to. So when making icing, you definitely want to add a little bit of milk at a time until you get to your preferred consistency. Once the chocolate buttercream icing has reached the right consistency, I will go ahead and set it aside. Now, if your icing is too loose or too runny, go ahead and place it in the fridge or in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes, and that should help it thicken up. In making my whipped cream mascarpone cheese mixture, I'm adding my vanilla extract to my heavy cream, and I am going to whip my heavy cream on high, and I'm slowly going to add my powdered sugar along with my cocoa powder. Once the heavy cream has thickened up into a whipped cream, I will go ahead and add my room temp mascarpone cheese. Once my whipped cream filling is ready, I will go ahead and set it aside. It is now time to assemble the log cake. So what you don't want to happen is for your cake to crack, exactly what you see happening to my cake. This is the part where you definitely have to be really, really gentle. Because my cake is a thicker cake, I wasn't as patient as I should have been, so I cracked it a little bit, but no worries. You guys won't even be able to tell, because this cake, once you ice it, it forgives a lot of mistakes. So I'm gonna fix this. Now to decorate my log cake, I am using glazed cranberry, and I'm just using a simple syrup, a really thick simple syrup, and I really wanted my cranberries to have that glossy, shiny sort of look. And for a couple of cranberries, I am just kind of mixing them in the syrup and then also rolling them in sugar for that sugared cranberry sort of look. And it's that simple. Now you don't have to do that. You can just kind of sprinkle some cranberries. If you want to go with cranberries, you can use something else. You can really decorate your log cake however way you prefer. And then I'm also using some sprigs of rosemary in decorating my cake. And for the final touch, I'm sprinkling some powdered sugar on top of my bûche de Noël. This cake is almost too beautiful to eat. Almost. I can't wait to eat this cake. You guys, this cake is so beautiful. You can't go wrong with making this cake. And there you have it, guys. It's a Yule cake, a chocolate log cake, or bûche de Noël, whatever you want to call it. This cake is absolutely delicious and it's so beautiful and it's so fun to make. I cannot wait for you guys to make this recipe and recreate it and just let me know how it goes. And of course, I had to serve this cake with dinner. I made Haitian baked mac and cheese, rice and fried plantain, some stewed goat, and some Haitian potato salad. And the centerpiece, of course, was the dessert, was the chocolate log cake. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me and I'll do my best to respond. Until next time, guys, Happy New Year. Bye.